Welcome back, everyone, to an exciting episode of Kicking It with Gab and Chooch.
I am Gab.
And I am a disappointed Chooch this week, but we are back regardless.
Yes. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, subscribe button. Either of them. We got all our links down in the description below. Share us everywhere you can, and we would greatly appreciate it.
Yes, please.
Starting off, we are going to recap the Premier League with our usual banger of the week and Starboy or Player of the Week. So we will get started on that. Saturday's games we'll start with. We had quite a few. That was the fullest slate we had. We had Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest in a surprisingly decent game. I mean, it started off 3-0, but Forest answered with 2 goals.
And
Not the best goals, but they were still pretty good. Comeback, at least, it looked like. Then, looks like Villa just put it away with the final goal.
Yeah.
And Forest weren't able to do anything else. But I thought there were a lot of good takeaways for Forest. I thought that their offense looked like it's finally should looked. I think the major disappointment was coming from the midfield. But I think they have a lot to be, or a lot to look forward to. But the kind of disadvantage they just got is the Everton point reduction.
Yeah, the point reduction
The
was
reverse
reduced.
jinx deduction, yeah. So they gained 4 points, which put Nottingham Forest down to the relegation, well, almost to the relegation zone, about 4 points above Luton. But that's kind of scary either way for Forest.
Yeah, completely shaked up to the bottom half.
Yeah, and then Brighton and Everton, they drew at 1-1. I think we said that was going to be, potentially a really close game. Potentially Everton could do it, but it ended in a draw, and that's still big points right there.
Bill
Big 2
Gilmore.
points missed.
I feel like that red card was,
There's a lot of questionable red cards these past couple weeks. I thought the Calvin Phillips one was stupid.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah, there was a couple VAR decisions as well that I'm scratching my head on. Let's see. Yeah, so Everton moved up 2 spots, putting Nottingham Forest right above the relegation zone. So if Luton are to make it out, it would be Forest. That would be, just above them, sitting 4 points ahead. And next we got Crystal Palace, Burnley. It ended 3-0.
Just as we suspected. I feel like I suspected that.
Yeah, but I mean, Burnley is really, really bad. But with missing all their key pieces, I thought Burnley, or Palace missing all their key pieces, I thought Burnley could have did something. It's just odd. Like, they dominated the second division. Like, dominated everyone in the second division. You would think they, of Luton and Sheffield, would be the ones with the best chance to stay up. And Burnley, looked just as bad as Sheffield.
Burnley did not have a single shot on target that game.
Yeah, it's quite unreal. Especially they have a lot of wing talent. Got a lot of talent, and even at striker, Lyle Foster's fairly good, and their midfielders are well. But yeah, I thought I just think it's weird. I don't understand where it was lost, or if it really is, just they don't have anything. They don't have anything. Got nothing right now. I'll get to that. Very similar to what I'm talking about with Sheffield later on. But yeah, let's see here. The next game was, we said it was a potential game of the week, and it showed up to be Manchester United Fulham. That was an absolute great game. Both sides, end to end, kind. I mean, it's not really end to end if you just kick the ball from one goalkeeper to the other, I guess. But that happened quite a few times. A lot of kicking the ball, just skying it. But I mean, Manchester United, they played semi well. Fulham just capitalized on the right opportunities. And that's what they usually do against the big teams. They sit, they wait their turn. They do try to play possession based, but that's a lot of the bigger teams do as well. So, but yeah, definitely two Nigerians come up clutch for Fulham.
While you
Absolutely huge way.
while United Trey, his first game at watching a Man United game, saw them lose. And it's
Yeah.
funny because he's Nigerian, and there was two Nigerians that took him out.
Yeah, it's quite funny. But yeah, I
Uh,
mean, shoot, Fulham played well for sure.
yeah,
Adama Traore came in at the last minute and got that assist to Iwobi. The other young Nigerian gets his first goal, but in the 90-plus stoppage time goal to send them home, or to send them home disappointed after a huge Harry Maguire goal. By the way,
yeah,
shout out Harry Maguire.
yeah. It was huge.
But yeah, shout out him. Unfortunate that they took home the loss, but we're there for every loss. We're there for every Manchester United loss. that was probably one of the better ones, like I said. Next we got Bournemouth Man City. That was surprisingly a lower scoring game. City dominated as usual, but I feel like that's been the epitome of the season for them. We haven't put too many goals past when we should, or we look like we should all the time. But I did feel that way about Arsenal 2 months ago as well. I was like, dude, Arsenal, they're playing a lot in the opponent's box, which we do as well, but they just never seem to score many goals. But I think they'll come for sure. Team's getting back healthy. They were healthy for like 30 seconds in the Champions League. Then Jack Grealish left after like 48 minutes, 49 minutes. And then Doku came on and then didn't play the next game because he was injured. And it's just criminal what's going on right now. But we'll be back. We will be back for sure. Bournemouth were pretty tough too, I'd say.
Yeah,
They were a lot better than what I expected them to be. And they had a couple chances to put away goals. But Ederson came up with a huge save. Potential man of the match for me. And Phil Foden puts the goal away when his team needed him most. But what do you mean? It's a game
I'm
deciding
kidding.
goal. It's a game
I'll
deciding
give
goal.
him that. He came up
But
and
I will
scored.
say this.
Because usually, actually, you know what? You're right. Because he only scores against these lower half teams, never against the top
Stop.
six teams when they need him most.
Stop.
We are pushing the agenda.
No. Okay. I'm trying to pull up the stats. The ratings for the shoot. I was trying to pull up the most recent ratings for the goalkeeper for Brentford because that man has been unreal against only Man City. His name's Mark Flecken. Trying to see if I could just pull it up. Okay, well, either way, I saw it on Twitter earlier.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, bro puts up like a 9.5 rating every time he plays Manchester City, but then when he goes up against any other team, he's absolute dog. That's 4 goals past them. Okay, I have it right here. Last 5 matches. We have Manchester City put up a 9.6 rating. Wolves 8.0, that's pretty solid. Liverpool 6.9, Man City 9.3, and then West Ham 5.9. Like, come on. This guy lives to play against Man City or what? Liverpool got him on the payroll. Arsenal got him on the payroll. I don't know what it is.
Gotta keep it interesting.
Yeah. Going back to the games. Our game of the week was absolutely atrocious. Not atrocious, but it was heavily one-sided.
Yeah, it was disappointing, to say the least.
I thought Newcastle had a little bit more fight in them, especially they've been doing fairly decent the past few weeks. But Arsenal are rolling. I think that's 15 15 goals in their last 3 Premier League matches, and with only one against them. That's pretty crazy. And their goal differential has shot up insanely.
Yeah.
That could be huge later down the line, but we'll see what happens. It's arguably Manchester City's toughest stretch right here. Their next 5 games, they play Liverpool, they play Arsenal, they play Manchester United. I think they play Aston Villa as well, and I can't remember the last one. But all Premier League fixtures, it's going to be big for them. I mean, they could almost win the league necessarily, or at least give themselves a decent advantage going into the final stretch. But yeah, Arsenal have done quite a good job so far. Sunday's matches.
Sunday.
Sunday's match, we only had one Premier League fixture. We're going to get into the Carabao Cup after the Premier League. But one fixture for the Premier League, we had Wolves versus Sheffield. Wolves get the win 1-0. Thought they were going to score a little bit more. But this goes back to what I was talking about Burnley earlier. Like Sheffield, it's like they have nothing. They have nothing going for them. I can't see what they're trying to do. They have talent for sure. I mean, they have a couple nice players, a couple youngsters. I don't know where they go from here. They're gonna go down. There's no saving it at this point.
In the nicest way possible, they're going down.
Yeah, it's really, really unfortunate. They were, like a huge story last season in the championship. They played really, really well. It's just unfortunate to see them right now getting absolutely trashed by any and every team. It's just down bad. Monday, we had one game, which was today. We're recording on Monday night. West Ham versus Brentford, which was a really, really good game, I thought.
Good game. Yeah.
Really, really good game. 2 goals in 6 minutes for West Ham's Jared Bowen. That's my man. I called him out this freaking start of the season. Go back to episode 1. Jared Bowen is in my Golden Boot race final 3. I believe I had Haaland, Salah, and Bowen. Currently, Jared Bowen's tied for the first spot, I believe. Or no. He's got 14.
He got 14.
Haaland has 16.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's second. He's tied for second. Either way, Jared Bowen, absolutely unreal. West Ham, without Lucas Paqueta, have not won a game, which I kind of saw. At first, I was like, okay, they're playing really well. Calvin Phillips isn't in the game. Like, okay. But then I was like, okay, I'm watching the game. I see, I know Lucas Paqueta's been out. And then they showed the stat line that in 11 games, West Ham have not won a single game without Lucas Paqueta. And I'm like, all right, well, Calvin Phillips has a chance. So we should see him back. It was a 2 straight yellows, so he'll only miss 1 match. And then I think Edson Alvarez played insanely well that game. But the ideal front 6 that I'd want to see still is Phillips and Alvarez.
Yeah, that pivot. They got to make it work.
Yeah. Paqueta needs to start on the left wing, Bowen up top, and Kudus on the right. Michael Antonio has not been playing the best.
Yeah.
He's been subbed on, but I think it's really just more of Jared Bowen playing really, really well, even though he's been quiet on the goals as of recent.
We should stick with that, I feel like.
Yeah, and I think Kudus, man, he's been unreal. Like, seeing him play 1v1s, he looks so dangerous. He looks like he could go any way. He does go any way. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to take someone on. I mean, he was absolutely putting on a show. He has a great leg. Dude can belt it from anywhere. Let's see here. I do want to take a look at the table.
I did want to add something, Gab. We forgot to mention our awards at the beginning.
Oh yeah,
So, um,
banger of the
Banger
week.
of the week. We both know who it is.
Yeah, it was
Emerson,
Emerson from West Ham.
banger.
Yeah, it was the final goal for the
Just
night.
nail in the coffin.
Yeah, nail in the coffin. Absolutely fire. Took it down from outside the box and absolutely hit a worldie for
Rifled
sure.
it in.
Yeah, top bins only. My player of the week, Starboy of the week, Bukayo Saka, Marcus Rashford, who? Jared Bowen with the first hat trick of his career. Before those other two could get a hat trick in the Premier League, he did it. And you know what? That's pretty special. Has a lot of doubles usually. Can never find the hat trick, but he finally did it. He's absolutely unreal.
Unreal. That's my honorable mention, but I will give it to Leon Bailey. He played insane. Got the
He
assist
did.
right at the
I thought he
beginning.
had the assist of the week.
The assist right at the beginning. He had the goal at the late, I think third or fourth goal.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude's been playing insane, absolutely
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
He's looking like the signing of the summer.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true. I think, I thought his best play for sure, in my opinion, was the assist. Chop through the legs in the box. Happens to beat that defender and then just passes it right into Ollie Watkins. Shout out to Ollie Watkins too, man. That guy's insane.
Yeah,
One of the goals, I'm like, dude, as a striker, like, every striker's thinking shoot. Every striker's thinking shoot. It Ollie Watkins is there, chance to score, decides to do the unselfish thing, chip the ball right over the keeper to his teammate, and they score a goal. But yeah, I think that's been quite unreal. Good for them. They're screaming right now. Once again, they're finding their form, and unfortunately, it comes at a time when Man City are getting closer to facing them. A couple more weeks, but I'm a bit nervous for the stretch coming up. Finally, we are going to look at the table. Liverpool lead 60 points. Got the weekend off for the FA Cup, which we'll get into here in a second. Manchester City trail by 1 point, Arsenal by 2. Aston Villa come up and close the gap just a tad at 52. Tottenham are right there with 47. They are still in that Europa League spot and have about 3 points on Manchester United in 6th. Big goal differential, though. Brighton just below them with 39 points. West Ham 39. Wolves 38. Newcastle and Chelsea are... Man, I mean, where's the Newcastle hate? Because, I mean, the Chelsea hate is crazy. Wolves are up there. It's surprising. I think we both said that Wolves were gonna be one of our relegation favorites. Yeah, that's what we said. I'm pretty sure in the first episode or second episode.
Yeah, they picked it up.
Yeah,
Especially from last season. Last season it was super close. I thought last season was going to be the year.
yeah. So yeah, Chelsea, Tottenham both have a game in hand, as well as Bournemouth and Luton. Let's see here. So Chelsea sitting in 11th, Fulham in 12th, switching to the bottom half. Sheffield and Burnley are still down there, both with 13 points. Luton at 18th. Nottingham Forest, since the point change, are in 17th, but only a point behind 16th and 15th, which is Everton and Brentford. Brentford took the loss today, so that was huge for Forest. Everton, I mean, they're playing all right. They're playing all right. They always play well against the good teams and always manage to fold against the bad ones. But I think I really think Everton, Brentford, Forest, and Luton are really... It's going to be one of them, I think. Of those four, I think that's what it's going to be. And I feel like all of those teams are too good to go down.
Lewin still
Can't.
got a game in hand. They still got a game in
Yeah,
hand. So
yeah, but even if they had that game in hand, they'd be still 1 point behind Forest. So it's going to come down to it.
it's gonna
I
come
just I
down.
can't see Bournemouth blowing it with the game in hand. Palace should get their stars back here next month, right at the tail end of the season. Fulham are playing well. There's no way Chelsea. There's no way Chelsea. At 35 points, if you get relegated, you're done.
Do it.
Just there's no way they get relegated.
It's either that or financial fair play does it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, table's tight right now at the top and at the bottom. The middle's tight as well, but it doesn't look like anyone's going to challenge, too far down or too high up. Looks like, the only real people that have a chance to get that Europa League spot would be maybe West Ham, Wolves, Brighton, Manchester United, and Tottenham. But I think Tottenham have a chance, and I think they're going to sneak in. I think it's going to be Villa or United that I think end up with the Europa League spot.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tottenham are going to find their way in. They played way too well at the beginning. We know they have it now. It's just a matter of consistency. Moving into Ivan's worst segment of the day. I know he's not been looking forward to it because earlier in the week he said he wanted to cancel the podcast this week. We are going into the Carabao Cup final. What are your thoughts?
Speechless. Tired.
He's speechless. He is a Chelsea Niners fan. Couple weeks out from the Super Bowl. Fresh off the loss in the Carabao Cup final. He is really going through it. Truly going through it.
The same month,
The
buddy.
same month. He
February
started off
sucks.
with the loss and ended with the loss. February is not good to him. Yeah. I mean, I thought Chelsea had every chance to win that game.
We lost that game.
Every chance.
We lost that game.
Yeah. My default analysis was that they lost it more than Liverpool won it.
Yeah.
But I think the agenda that Chelsea cannot score will be back. It will be back. I saw some fan interviews after the game, and they were like, "We can't score goals. We can't score goals." Yeah.
They're just super unlucky.
They had a lot of chances.
So many
was
chances.
A couple ones, yeah.
Honestly, I think
at
halftime the expected goal was like 3.
Dang.
I was like, bro, it's not meant for us. But if there's any positive coming out of this, is we've got a young, fresh core of players. For a lot of these players, it's their first final. Chelsea did a segment of between Chilwell, Thiago Silva, and Conor Gallagher, asking about have they been played in the final and what it was like. Conor Gallagher was like, "I've never played in a final. This is gonna be my first final." And think about it. Madueke, first final. Nicholas Jackson, probably first final. Colwell, first final. The team is young. If anything, they're gonna build off this loss, and they're gonna know this feeling, and they're gonna hate it, and they're never gonna want to lose another final, which is what you hope to gain.
If they can get back to another one, mate.
Yeah, we're still in the FA Cup. We could win the FA Cup.
Yeah, that's true.
It's possible. But
I think
the Chelsea curse at Wembley is too much, buddy.
4 or 5 finals in a row. I saw one of the commentators. I can't remember his name. He's a sideline reporter, and he was like, "Every time I come to a Chelsea final, we lose. I've been to 4. We've lost 5. I think I just stay home for the next one."
Buddy, stay home.
But I had a huge shout for Liverpool's backup keeper Keller, who's just played absolutely insane that game.
Every time we're up against a backup keeper, they turn into prime Buffon. Every time.
Yeah, but it was quite unreal. The saves that he made, the saves that the team made, all the youngsters they had in. That was kind of the weird part. That was the weirdest part. Like Chelsea have youngsters too. That's what people don't understand. Like all these guys are still as young. Like think about the guys that they're bringing on from other places. Like everybody's like, oh, these guys have experience. These guys have experience. Like not many of them do have experience. Like Enzo's the only one that's won a final. Well, Thiago Silva didn't even get to play. He wasn't in the squad. He's injured. I
I think
Disasi's
just
young.
Chilwell.
Yeah, Disasi's young. Freaking Colwell's young. Malagusto, been
And
playing in League.
and then Palmer has won a final, but at the same time, he hasn't been crucial to those
Yeah,
Man City teams. He wasn't like a huge playing factor.
exactly. He only got a couple games
Yeah, he
here
got a
and
couple
there.
games here and there. So yes, he's reaped from the benefits, but he hasn't benefited by playing in those
Right,
games.
right. He doesn't have that much
Yeah,
experience.
and then
Um,
Enzo had Messi
yeah, and so
and
yeah,
the
that
rest. No I'm
was
kidding.
uh,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
um, Sterling was by far the
Yes,
probably one of the most two with experience.
but
Um,
it just wasn't his night.
yeah,
A lot of missed chances. He had a great game against Man City. We're hoping he would capitalize off that, and we'd see the same. But no, it was just. I felt like we could have played another whole match, and we probably still wouldn't have scored.
yeah. I thought the biggest mistake for Chelsea was subbing off Conor Gallagher. I feel like after that point was when they slowed down quite a bit and it didn't really necessarily understand what they were trying to do. It almost seems like they were trying to maybe play for the penalties.
Yeah, I feel like that was the biggest
Maybe.
mistake. Is playing for the draw. If I did not like that at all. It just did not work out for us at all.
Everybody was saying to question Pochettino, but I mean, there's no, in my opinion, you gotta let it happen. There's gonna be downs. There's gonna be downs. You're trying to build a dynasty, right? You're not trying to win 1 year and be done like you did, and you won the Champions League final. Nothing since. Like you want to be a team like the old Manchester Uniteds, the Manchester Cities now, you know, the Madrids, the Barcelonas. You want to be a team of that caliber, like winning multiple, league titles in a row, winning a Champions League in that time frame. You got to give it time. I think, like I've said about Arsenal too, I think they're close. I think they're really, really close. I think they're one piece away at a striker, and I think they could win, endless amounts of trophies. But I mean, it just takes time. Every coach that has a team like that right now has been there for years. Ancelotti has been there. I mean, not Xavi. I mean, this Barca is not that Barca, but Pep when Pep was there. Um, you know, Sir Alex Ferguson back in the older times. Pep now. Freaking, you just you have to give it all time. Arteta, he's close, like I said, but you just got to give it all time. Um, Van Dijk getting the goal was, I mean, it was kind of pivotal because it's like it had to be someone that had
Written in
experience.
the
Like
stars.
it would have been crazy if a youngster scored it. Like it would have been their biggest moment ever. But yeah, it was just written in the stars. Van Dijk, and I thought that was pretty good. And also the VAR decision on Chelsea's disallowed goal. I don't see it still. I still to
Marginal
this day don't see it.
is it's whatever,
They
man.
only showed one angle.
Yeah,
They
that
they
I feel
didn't
like that
even
was the
zoom
one
in.
thing that was weird. They just showed the one angle. Usually with stuff like that, they do, like especially in the Premier League games, what we've seen, they do all the angles. They show the regular lines and then they draw their own lines, and it's kind of like this is the final, like this is what you guys
Yeah,
push for, like use it correctly, like how you guys say you guys are.
yeah,
It's like yeah, it's ridiculous. And
that's
then we
quite
got
crazy.
saved with that disallowed goal because Endo was blocking and he was offside.
Yeah, yeah, but it had to be Van Dyke in this moment. It was huge. It was huge for him. They got the trophy. Good for them, and let them have that one. We're going for the other ones. They
Yeah.
won the Carabao Cup, I think, last season as well. And
It's the Klopp Farewell Tour, buddy. That's when I knew we lost. As soon as he said he
yeah,
was leaving, buddy, that's when I lost. That's why I gave up all hope.
yeah, that was pretty funny. But let's see. They will do anything to make sure Klopp gets as many. Oh no, last year was Manchester United, but the year before that was Liverpool, and they said they were gonna win all the trophies. Or he said one of four. Trent posted. So we'll see, but yeah, I think Liverpool they could do. They could get at least two.
The
Let's
Europa
look into
League,
the FA Cup. Yeah, Europa League too,
that was
maybe
that
three.
one basically done.
Let's see. Okay, Tuesday, which is tomorrow when this drops, we'll have Bournemouth versus Leicester. That one should
FA Cup.
be FA Cup. That one should be good. I feel like Leicester are really Premier League experienced, so they should maybe give them a tough time.
Yeah, they're dominating in the championship right now. Guaranteed promotion so far.
Yeah, yeah, looking really good. I had Luton, Man City next. That should be a rest game for Man City. Luton could get some confidence there, but I don't expect to see any major starters besides like Foden
The main
and
man that just
maybe
signed a new
maybe
contract should
Rodri.
get the start.
Oh yeah, Oscar Bob should get the start. Kovacic, freaking Matthias Nunes, Akanji should get some times. John Stones, Rico Lewis, maybe even freaking Sergio Gomez. Finally, maybe.
Finally.
Uh, I don't expect to see Holland. I don't expect to see De Bruyne. Doku still no. They haven't said if he's fully fit. Grealish is not fit, and Luton I think could potentially come away with this one. But I think this one's going to be kind of a back burner for with how tight the race is going to be. I feel like this is going to be a back burner for a lot of the teams that or a lot of the bigger teams that are in it right now. Um, but I think like Manchester United, they'd be ones to go for it. Liverpool have no choice but to go for it. That's their starting squad. Chelsea have no choice but to go for it.
Yeah, we lose, buddy. That's it. The season's over. The season's over if we don't win.
Yeah. So Wednesday, that's when Chelsea play Leeds, which Leeds are on fire right now too.
Yeah, of
I think it could
course.
be tough for Chelsea. I think it could be tough just because momentum's low, morale's low, Leeds are hot. Could be a tough one. Could be a tough one. But yeah, could be another letdown. Hope not. Hopefully Chelsea could get through. Because I
I'm
think
begging.
if all the right teams get through this round, the next round is set up to be some bangers.
Yeah.
But I do hope to see like a Cinderella team, maybe like Southampton beating Liverpool would be fire, or
Blackburn
maybe
against Newcastle.
Leicester. Oh yeah,
All I know is poor Coventry, buddy. I can already see it. They're going to be playing Man City in the next round.
yeah. They won 4-0, but yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah, Newcastle should take care of them, but I don't know. That's what will get them their confidence back.
yeah, they're always due for that game where they just score a bunch of goals.
Yeah,
Could be this game.
we say that every week until they score.
Yeah.
No, but and then Forest Manchester United. I think that's going to be a really good one.
A longer revenge game.
Yeah, always the longer revenge game against Manchester
Dude,
United.
Longo's he's been looking good, but the team doesn't look good, but he's like one of the positives out there.
Let's
Him,
see if
Gibbs
that's
White, and Hudson Odoi.
yeah. Oh, this is the one I think they should implement Gio Reyna in the starting lineup that game
Dude, yeah, because he's played a
with
total of
Sangare.
like 38 minutes.
Yeah,
That's
with Sangare. I need to see it. Let's see who's home. So it looks like Forest are home for that game. Yeah. And then the Man City Luton game's at Luton. Chelsea get the home game. That's good. And then the next one was Wolves Brighton. That could be a good one as well, but I think Brighton should take it. Unless they rest their starters, but relatively that team's fairly young still, so I don't see why they wouldn't start those guys. Really, really short week for some teams though, like Chelsea and
Yeah.
Liverpool. Even who was it? Yeah, even the teams that played on Saturday, that's short. Then they play again on Saturday. I'm gonna go Wolves on that one. Maybe like 2-1. Forest, I'm gonna go like 2-2, maybe 3-2. Chelsea should win. I say at least 2-0. Luton City. Hopefully City get like a 3-0 win. Newcastle 8-0. 8-0 Newcastle. Bournemouth, I think Leicester win.
I think
Leicester get the win.
I think Leicester wins it.
I think Leicester wins it for sure. I'm gonna go like a 2-1. Solanke goal. And then Liverpool Southampton. It should be Liverpool should have no problem. I mean, they have no choice but to put out their best 11. They don't have enough players. But at the same time, it's going to be a really, really short week for Sunday, Tuesday, Saturday, I think. Let's look when they play on the weekend. Let's see. Yeah, they play on Saturday. They have Sunday game, Monday, Tuesday. You got 2 games in 3 days. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 3 games in 6-7 days. That's really, really tough. And you're not going to have many healthy substitutions. So we'll see. But the good news is they're not the toughest opponents. Yeah, they're not the toughest opponents. Let's see. Let's go to. Oh, am I off this Sunday? I am off this Sunday. Ooh. We got the biggest game of the week coming up. The biggest game of the week, Manchester Derby. We'll talk about it next episode. But I am beyond hyped. I'm trying to contain it right now. But I'm going to go crazy. Just wait. Just wait for the next episode because I'm going to do something I've never done.
You take your shirt off!
But if we win, I will consider that. I will consider it. And if Phil Foden scores, I'll do something even crazier.
He's gonna do a backflip.
No. Yeah, I wish I could do a backflip. But yeah, I mean, okay, that's FA Cup. FA Cup is exciting to see too. I think it'll be big. Like if the Man Cities, the Liverpools can find their way to just scrape through, even using maybe their subs or their not best teams. I think it's definitely one that Manchester United and Chelsea both need to go for. That's all they got.
That's all Chelsea got.
Manchester United necessarily. If you get in the Champions League spot, that's a win for me. But for the state that they're in right now, but silverware, you gotta go for it. Chelsea, they got a taste for it. You would think they're gonna come out hungrier than they have.
They have to, buddy.
Yeah.
If they don't, that means a lot.
It's not Pochettino. It's not Pochettino. Dude, you gotta believe in the coach. Okay. Let me ask you
I'm all out of hope.
Let me ask you this. They probably won't give them another year if they stink next year. But let's just say for hypotheticals, if they do stink next year again, would you sacrifice another year of them stinking for them to get a top 5 finish the following year?
Buddy.
Okay, a top 4 finish.
Buddy.
Champions League all the time.
I'm a Niners fan, buddy. I went through many rough patches.
Yeah, but the Niners just always get there and lose. You don't want that.
Yeah, but I know what it's like to be winning and then you lose like 5 years in a row.
Yeah. So
but it's different because, Chelsea's always, they're either winning something. There was that one year where We won the league, and then we got 10th place, and then won the league again. It's, I'm used to fucking bouncing back right after. So it's different.
Yeah,
It's different.
yeah, we'll see. And they'll have a full off season, with the coach, a full one with the players. Could be good for them. They could come out like unreal next season
Sell some
if
players.
pushed to. Yeah,
Someone
yeah,
comes
we'll
in.
see. We'll see what they do. I don't know how much money they're gonna have. I don't know. What I should say is, I don't know how much money they're gonna spend. I know they got the money.
Yeah, but financial fair play, buddy. We're
All
gonna
they
get some money
did,
from Lukaku.
all they did was go from Russian oil money to American oil money.
I like the Russian oil money better.
The Russian oil money won trophies.
Yeah,
We don't
illegally
know.
and legally.
It hasn't even been. It hasn't even been that long. We'll see. But yeah, it's gonna be a good week. Good week. Short week. Hopefully, not many injuries. We should get some good games going on. Even the tomorrow's games and the next day, even though they maybe not be the best 11, they still should be really good games. Just because we know those second tier teams are going to be going for it for sure. I just want to see I want to see at least the Cinderella.
All right,
Like
man.
maybe get to
Luton.
their semifinal.
Luton. They're gonna be
Yeah.
Man City.
Yeah,
That's your Cinderella story.
I doubt that. We'll see.
Everybody signal the
Yeah, I
battle
wanna
alarm. The best thing
the
because Chelsea
battle.
need it. Because Chelsea need it.
Need. Yeah, for reals. But yeah, I mean, it's been a good week, good weekend that we just passed up. Yeah, I mean, there's been record-breaking goals, I think, or all close to record-breaking goals every week. Last week, I know, was one for sure. And we don't see too much defense going on this year.
Nah.
Even Man City's stellar defense from last season were giving up a lot of goals.
I think it just shows that no one will ever beat Chelsea's record. Conceding only 14 goals in the Premier League season.
It's quite a bit tough, mate. Quite a bit tough. Yeah, that's been a good week. That is all we have. Do you have anything to add?
No.
Nothing to add right now.
I just want to get rid of it. I'm just trying to get through.
Next week, Brentford, you guys have. Just focus on that.
I've been telling you, hat trick. I already know it.
Yeah, but we should
I'm
have.
numb to the pain, buddy.
That's quite funny. But huge games for us. We're gonna have freaking Manchester Derby. Then we got Liverpool.
Don't get too excited, buddy.
Then we got Brighton. I'm a little worried. After Brighton, we got Arsenal. After Arsenal, we got Villa.
And then Copenhagen. You got Copenhagen mixed in there.
Ones. Oh, yeah,
and then you guys are gonna win. And then you're gonna play You're gonna play Madrid in the next round. And then you're gonna be like
We'll see if we win all those games. You'll see a new level. You'll see me on a new level.
Oh God, ignorant Gabe.
Yeah, it's gonna get real ignorant in here if we come away with all those games and wins. Yeah, if you're not a Man City fan, you're gonna have to turn off the podcast. Yeah, good weeks coming up. Good weeks, tight races. We will be there Monday and Friday, Tuesday and Friday every week. Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup just finished, Premier League, and that is it.
Champions League, Europa League, Europa Conference League. It's all coming.
Yeah, once the Europa League gets a little closer to the end and the Conference League, we'll sprinkle those in there. We don't usually with the Europa, but
like,
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to
Shout
like,
out.
subscribe, and comment
Comment.
on our video below. All our links are in the description. Share with everyone you got. Facebook, Twitter,
Sure.
Instagram,
The
TikTok. Jesus.
just
All
follow us
right,
regardless.
guys. All right, guys. You were kicking it. Gab and
Give
Chooch.
Cheech.
Thank you.